Hey, it's your boy. I was contemplating
This outfit is
making
hardly
this
what I'd call
video.
efficient, but
Shut
I'm
the hell
glad
up,
that you seem to have
you
taken a
sexy
liking
bitch.
to it.
So I guess I'll talk about the things like beginners, like mistakes beginners would make that are fine. Like I have a different, I guess, opinion on this game. I mean, some people, you know, play to win, but this game it's not a race. It's a marathon, right? So the point is not to get there as fast as possible, and I'll talk about that later, but to, get there. So, first things first, it's a gacha game. You have gyms, which recruits your waifus, and you have to play this game. There are other things you can spend gems on, but you get a lot of them through, base missions and challenging, but again, I'll talk about the exceptions, but you should only be, with the few exceptions, spending gems for the gacha. Like, this is the way you get your waifus, and when you get your waifus, like, again, not all waifu is made equal. Some of them are better than others, but in the early game, I don't think you need to care about this. Right? There are ways to get gems, which I do not recommend, but yeah, you can do all this and buy all these. If you just have to do it, this is the best way. Like, you get a 30-day supply of gems just every day. This is the smart way of spending money if you just have to. Don't ever fuck with that. Don't ever fuck with whatever this is. I mean, these occasionally have free gems you can get from them. But other than that, I don't ever spend money on that goofy shit. I think there's like dailies you can get from here. Yeah, you get dailies, weeklies, monthlies. These are free, so don't be, struck trying to get those. Don't ever fuck with that. There's the regular shops. Never spend gems on this, but you get a free daily. I really only spend this currency. Like, I don't care how many thumbs up and how good this armor is. Do not ever spend money on these, because you can get better armor through different ways. Do not spend gems in here.
We have everything in our shop except
I don't really spend the union. You get this through like union events in your union you're in. I don't ever spend them on the spare bodies. I mean, these Nikkes aren't really that. I mean, they're alright, but the core upgrades, these will just be better overall.
Just in time, dear client.
You get the body label through, playing the gacha, and, if you get any spares, you get a certain amount of this currency. I think it's like 200 for SRs, 100 for regular Rs, and I think you get more for the SSRs, but only spend this currency for this. For high quality mode, if you collect a certain amount of these, you can use it to, again, try at the gacha for getting one SSR.
Welcome to Ruby's shop.
Never spend this. You get this through the arena, which is PvP, which I usually don't care about, but for some reason I have just that team comp that's above its league somehow. But never spend it on it. Always spend these on this.
Another successful transaction.
Like, these will just
Can I help you with
objectively
anything
be
else?
better. Just build up on these and you'll be fine. Get the box.
Hello. This is the electronic integration.
This is
system
the
of
pity
central government.
system. See, so if you go to recruitment, and for each 10 you spend, you get 10 of these tickets, like the special tickets, and you get these regular ones from doing it at the regular. Like, again, you spend 10 tickets and 10 other recruitment, and you get 10 tickets for each spending, and if you do that, you can go to the
You can take your
mileage
time,
shop.
Commander.
Again, I try to store up on these, because you never know, maybe, like, there's types of Nikkes called Pilgrims, and they're objectively the best in the entire game. I feel like that's the only reason why you'd spend these on here. And I guess for the regular tickets, I mean, just spend on the spare bodies of the waifus that you already have spare bodies on. You know, you don't really want to slap in new spare bodies, because there's the 160 wall that you'll need to get over, and we'll talk about that later. All these are pretty much okay, but get the gems with this. You get this through the co-op events that pop up every once in a while. And anything else? Oh yes, exceptions to spending gems, and this is of a topic of debate, right? Like Wipeout, like you get a free Wipeout every day, but you can also spend 50 gems to wipe out. I only do this if Liberations demand it, otherwise I just don't do it. Alright, let's check Liberations now. Oh, I already cleared them all. You can also use gems to reset these. I never do. You can use gems to get slots in your synchro device, which takes the top 5 flagship waifus, and whoever you slap in here also gains the level of the lowest level of the 5. I spend gems to get extra slots. Again, people are against that, but you know, when you first play the game, I think you're allowed a certain number of mistakes when you start playing, so, and I do not regret doing that at all. But don't get too carried away, because you get more slots through the Tactics Academy. This is the first thing I slapped out before I even did anything else, right? Because these can give you extra advice, extra building slots, you know, additional Nikke slots for the synchro device. Like, I'd whip the Tactics Academy out before I even think about doing that. Oh yeah, you can also spend gems on redoing the levels of your Nikkes. You know, don't be afraid to do that. Hold on. You know, like you can spend 10 gems to put her back to level 1, and you get 100% of this back, so don't be afraid to do it. You know, it's fine. You know, every once in a while you come across another waifu and you're like, oh hey, I actually want that waifu. So, don't be afraid to do that. Any other things? I guess you can spend gems to redo this. The stores. Don't worry about it. Once you get high enough in the tactics, you can get a free redo here, and you pretty much just rob them a second time. Can you reset
Just in
these?
time, dear client.
No, I don't think you can. No, again, these type of things you get through, like, whatever event is out. So right now, it's this event. You know, just... And those resources that you get from here, you can shove into your... a certain building, which gives extra health, extra this, that, and the other. No, not here. Is it here? Yeah, the recycling. No, yeah, it is this. These take those types of resources. At late game, it starts taking a lot of them, so again, you get the type of resources for these through actually doing events, so don't worry about that. What the fuck did I get up here? Notice it, whatever. Anything else that can, again, the thing you want to worry about gyms is the gotcha. That's thing number one. You know. What other things? Oh yeah, for the recruit, you can set a wish list for the regular ones. You know, I try to, for the most part, set up Nikkes that I already have, because again, there's the 160 wall, which I think you need five of them ticks. Like, so you, for this SSR, you need 5 of her spare bodies in order to surpass the 160
Quit
wall.
staring at my face for more than 5 seconds, coach.
So, and that's how you surpass it. You need 5 of her extra bodies to do that, which is difficult because, again, some people breeze past the wall. Other people, it takes them months. So, again, feel free to make all the mistakes within the first 2 weeks of you playing, but you know, you kind of gotta stack for, and I stack sometimes for meta Nikkes, but it's not really thing number 1 I want to do. You know, I sometimes just impulse buy because the game hates me as far as RNG, but you know, it's whatever. I'm about to hit the 160 wall, as you can see. They're 150. Which sucks, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Like, the wall's coming for me. Like, I was too efficient, and I was batting above my league too much. But, again, the name of the game is to wait, do your dailies. This is the PvE, I mean PvP. Don't care about this, but I just hate how, again, I just happen to have the correct team comp, not for this, but for special, right? Like, I'm 160 something, but I'm facing 170s, 180s, and this person, who probably is better than me, but I mean, because he has a better team comp. I do them, again, just because of the dailies. Don't really care about anything else. Yeah, this is the event recruit. This is ordinary recruit. Oh yeah, it only takes paid gems. So it's like 2,000. I mean, you have a guaranteed SSR from here. Oh yeah, there's also this. This you can use the fuck are these? Social points. You get social points from here. You send and request social points. You can only do so many. Right? You don't interact with these guys, so like I said in my previous video, if they're off for more than 5 days, just unfriend them and friend someone who's on. Look, they only exist to fuel your waifu military industrial complex, and in return you fuel theirs. If they're not doing that, I mean, just unfriend them. I mean, hey, it seems harsh, but again, you just don't interact with them. They're just there for this, and I think this gives you a lower chance at getting SSRs, but again, it's just another way to do it. Yeah. I think it's about 2%. Yeah, 2%. So again, you know, I usually wait until this gets to 100 to recruit, but you can recruit one at a time just to satiate your serotonin. Oh yeah, in the Ark there's the Tribal Tower. The more of these you do, you get a specific type of mold for Elysian, like different Nikkes are part of particular companies, even the Pilgrims. And you can complete, even if you have like one Nikke, you can complete a certain amount of these towers with just a single Nikke. Again, the Pilgrims are some of the strongest in the entire game, and they can absolutely bat above their weight. I think I have 3. Yeah, I have Snow White, Modernia, and her. I got her through the pity system because, again, that's the only reason you'd use the special tickets. And anything else? Interceptions. Yeah, this is the way to get better gear. Like, the point of this system is to do as much damage as possible. Not exactly to win, because even if you do the least amount of damage, you get rewards in a reward pool, and at least for this one, you get a certain thing that gives you legendary reward if you collect a certain amount of it. So I think it's this, right? If you collect a certain amount of these, you can choose for legendary armor. There's also exotic armor that's a league above this. Again, late game shit. Yeah, and here's the molds you can get from doing the individual towers. That's the regular SR mid-quality mold. This is the regular high-quality mold. Oh yeah, store the fuck up on core dust. Because you see, on this, it gives you... Because core dust starts costing a lot late game. And if you surpass the 160 wall, like, you get the ability to upgrade the synchro device itself. I don't have that yet, but you will have this ability, and that's the one way to upgrade the levels of your Nikkes past, I think, 200 and something. And it costs 10,000 core dust each. And do not smack open the crates like just on impulse, because you see here, for 1 hour of what the output that the outpost gets, I get 45 core dust, and that's predicated on the level of your outpost, right? Because I get like 9 an hour, 9 every minute. Yeah, 45 an hour. So again, do not crack those things open, because the higher your outpost defense, the more per hour you get. So I'd only crack open the minimum amount of these and just save up the rest, you know. Because again, the further you are in the game, the higher your outpost will be, and the more you'll get from cracking these opens. And again, always, like, even if you get these types of things where you can choose, always choose the core dust. Like, you'll get to the point where this becomes useless. Yeah, this is used for upgrading armor, but I mean, again, just even if you're running low on these, again, and you'll get these just through other things. Again, just smack open the minimum amount, because it's still what I said still applies for these two. Yeah, there's this. You can upgrade your Nikke's abilities. But again, some abilities are just better than others, and you get a certain number of ability resets. But I think they go away after a while.
Can't thank you enough for how much confidence you've given me.
What do you say? So I usually get these to like their abilities to 4. You know, just so they're okay. But then after that, I usually upgrade the Nikkes, like the Pilgrims, or Nikkes that have interesting abilities or that are late game. I don't usually bother to upgrade them any further than that because, again, past 4 it starts costing these, which again I still store up on, but again, late game shit you don't gotta worry about. Whose ability am I going to redo? She's pretty good. I think there's going to be a way to get her again, but some of them I've gotten to 5 because, well, I made mistakes that I do not regret. And again, squad synergy with the Nikke is also important because you have this number right here, and this shows like what what's the word I'm looking for? What order they can do their burst. So her burst would go first, then hers would go second, then because she's 3, hers would go third, and it's better to have 2 1s, 1 2, 2 3s, and again each of their abilities have different cooldowns. Like her cooldowns too much, her cooldowns too much. I mean, hers is, but they're burst 3, so it makes sense, and it's pretty powerful. So, and obviously there's Nikkes that lower that. What's in types of Nikkes that are good for the wish list that I was told. Is it Noise? I think her name is. Or Naga. Yeah, I think she lowers the cool time of burst, so I have her there above the Nikkes I already have up. Wait a minute. I need to switch her with hers, because yeah, I have an X in her, and again, you're better, at first, just collect the waifus, but then set up for the late game. It is up to you how early you want to set up for the late game. I tried doing it as early as possible, but you don't have to. You know, again, spend a couple weeks trying to get with the game, get with the shit, then after that, you know, once you have planted your feet, the simulation room gives you the things that upgrade their abilities, like these. But it's a daily, so once you get through it, you're done. Lost sectors, these gives the cubes, which are, you know, late games. Don't feel bad for redoing these or in any way leaving and coming back. Like, when you come back, it saves your progression. So as you can see, I'm a couple ways through here. I'm probably gonna fucking fail this, but let's give it our best shot. Because I can kind of bat above my league, but every once in a while, you hit the wall. Like, you're gonna hit the wall. It's gonna happen. The question is, you know, how early. You did. Fucking disappearing ass. I beg y'all to fucking destroy that thing. Oh my god, these assholes back here. This is looking terrible. This is looking bad. But yeah, eventually, you'll all get through this. It just wasn't written in the cards.
This is as far as I can go.
But that's fine. And again, I spent a little bit of money in this game because, you know, well, what did that Ubisoft CEO said? To tip the developers. Like, you know, I wanted to tip the developers of the game because it's a good game. Like what do you want from me, right? Campaign. Anything else? Yeah, no? Again, if you actually care about, you know, the PvE. We're good. Waifus to have for PvE. Where's that wish list? And again, this is what I was told. I know those two are good for PvE, and some of the other slots can remain open. Or PvE and late game. So is her. I have her there because I limit broke her, but I also have Litter, her, and Naga. I have them there again because I limit broke them, but Alice is good for late game. You have to have her and Blanc. I mean, that's Noir. That's Blanc, that's Noir. Which is literally just white and black. She's fine for the late game. She's fine for the late game. So, I mean, again, things that are okay, but you don't have to worry about. You know, they're just there. Into the outpost we go. Yeah, I built all the buildings because they have like these events that cost stamina, and that gives you the good shit. In here, you can advise your fucking losers. You know, this increases how much they like you. And with that, you know, they gain extra health, extra attack, attributes, depending on rank. So, and you get a certain amount of advice per day. I think I have like 8, I think I see, but I'm blind. So, you know, also don't spurg out on giving them gifts, because you'll get to the point where, you know, don't try to level them all up too fast. You know, just try to keep some gifts in the pocket, because liberations might demand you give gifts. Dailies or weeklies might demand you give gifts. Some of the season pass things will demand you give gifts. So keep them in the pocket. Oh yeah, upgrading gear, which is something I do not do whatsoever unless, again, liberations or the dailies demand it. You can upgrade your gear, you know, to a higher level. Again, I don't worry about this until I get legendary or exotic gear, because, I mean, it takes a lot of this other gear. I have quite a fucking bit, but, again, not something I do, don't care about it. Oh, well, yeah, you can also auto-select, but always auto-select these up here, which I find annoying. But, yeah, I think that's just about it. Oh, yeah, each Nikke belongs to a specific squad. I think this is a little interesting something. What the fuck are you saying? Yeah, so, I mean, the Nikkepedia, you know, your fucking Pokédex for waifus. I think I have quite a few of them. Oh yeah, there's also SSR waifu, or regular SR waifus that might become available again. You know, in events, like here's the Chainsaw Man event that they had. The Nier Automata event. I think this is the only male,
I'm here. Are you calling me?
quote unquote, Nikke, quote unquote, in the game. So homie's sad. Oh yeah, you also have the regular R. Useless Nikkes, the useless mass-produced ones. Who the fuck are you?
No matter how much I sleep, I'm always a little bit tired.
That's scary. Anyway, I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that's everything. Again, make all the, like, do whatever the fuck you want in the first 2 weeks, 'cause, right? The mistakes you make in the beginning will steal your resolve for the late game, so feel free to do whatever the fuck you want. But I think after the first 2 or 3 weeks, lock the fuck in, because if it gets to the point where it takes you too long to pass that 160 wall, you might just lose interest in the game, you know. But again, you can't play the game with the expectation of winning. You gotta play with the expectation of, you know, you're Sisyphus forever pushing that boulder up the hill. You know, once you're done, once you get to the top, you'll have nothing to strive for. Right? You have no more reason to collect the waifus, which is a bad thing. Like, we need to strive for the waifus.
Don't abandon your post when you're on your mission.
Yeah, whatever, idiot. Oh, yeah.
But I'll miss you, huh?
There's costume gotchas. I thought they gave you a few free ones. What's this? Okay. I don't know what the fuck that is. No, I don't. I mean, I only worry about this if they have the free ones. This was an event that passed by, but somehow I'm still getting stuff from it. This tells you all the events, and if there's a red dot, that means there's something of interest. Always read your messages. Some of these are kind of charming. They're actually pretty interesting. Oh yeah, my favorite waifu of all time. That I have. Actually, it's between Snow White. Where the fuck is she? And Frima. Frima, my favorite, because for one, she has no fucking right to be so fucking cheeked up. Like, they should be locked up for this. Why is she so fucking cheeked up? That is illegal. She has no fucking right to be this cheeked up. Wait, she has a fucking costume? What was that? I think this is for the sun one. Oh my fucking god! Oh yeah, and each of the waifus have interesting personalities, you know, interesting, you know, characters that Western entertainment just doesn't care about. Oh yeah, they also have solo raids. What the fuck is this? No, God, no, don't take me out of the game, don't take me out. I'm about to start throwing hands. I guess, what do you get? Oh yeah, you also get things that upgrade your cores. I talked about what are cores, you say. You know, I'd be saying that word. You get them from the lost sectors that you can go back to, or cubes. And you can equip these to your waifus. They give charge speed. Actually, yeah, they give extra buffs. And actually, I might want to give that. And that. 2. Who has annoying charge timer? You do. And you do. Yeah. Don't be afraid to switch these about and around. I do them all I do it all the time. Half the time I don't usually read these, but I'm like, oh hey, charge speed is actually something that's pretty fucking annoying with them. I should probably do that. So yeah. And oh yeah, Mary is also Bay. Big Bay. But that's just about it. This is not sponsored. I wish they would sponsor me. Because, you know, I'm fine with talking about games I actually legitimately like and products I enjoy. Even if it is a game, a gotcha game. Which is sad because in entertainment, not that this should be stopped, but, you know, you would expect AAA games to do better. But that's not where we live. But anyway, see ya. I do hate long goodbyes.